Everyone, welcome to Homestead and Hustle. Today we are making a spinach souffle. Sounds fancy, but it's actually very simple. Okay, let's get started. I have all of my ingredients already out here to make it more convenient. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to preheat the oven to 350. Okay, 350. So that should be preheated by the time we finish mixing all of our ingredients. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to add 3 eggs. And these are eggs from our chickens that we raise here on the homestead. And you're going to add 4 tablespoons, I already have this measured out, 4 tablespoons of flour. I actually like to use the non-GMO Stoneground white whole wheat flour from the King Arthur brand. I really like that brand and this type of flour, and I will put that what I use down in the link below. And I'm going through this, but I will put the all the ingredients or the recipe in the description below. So you're just going to mix this up. You can use a whisk, but I prefer a fork. It just seems to work better for me. Anyway, it doesn't get all clumped up in the whisk, so I like the fork better. And you're just gonna blend that, beat that really well. And you could use a hand blender if you wanted to for this part, but you wouldn't want to use it for the rest of it. Okay, and that's, I'm gonna try to get as many lumps out as you can. Okay. And then you're going to add, just going to add half a pound of cottage cheese. This smaller one comes in 1 pound, so you'll just add half of this. Now, if you don't like cottage cheese, don't let that scare you, because everybody who says they don't like cottage cheese always ends up saying they can't taste the cottage cheese, so I don't think that's going to be an issue if you're afraid someone's not going to like it because of the cottage cheese. So, because it pretty much melts down. So I'm going to put half of this in there. And it's not a perfect science. It doesn't have to be just half of it. Okay. And then you can, at this point, you can go ahead and add your grated cheese. And it's roughly about 2 cups. You can add less or more if you want. You can really make this your own. And it's called a spinach souffle. And I usually make it with the spinach, but there's a lot of times I make it with different vegetables. You don't have to put spinach in it. You can use chopped broccoli. You can use, sometimes I make it a meat souffle. And sometimes you can make it a meat souffle. I add pan sausage in it. You just drain the sausage really good after you cook it. Drain it, and you can add that in here, or you can do bacon. I've done bacon, and then I've topped the souffle with sliced tomato, which makes it really pretty, and it's really good that way. So, okay. And next, you're going to add your spinach. Now, you can use spinach from your garden if you want to. It's just up to you, but this is frozen spinach, and it is 1 package, which is roughly about 8 to 10 ounces. It's like, again, it's not a perfect science, but you're going to want to squeeze all of the water out of it. See if you can see that. You can see that I pretty much already squeezed out, but you're going to squeeze all this water out of there so that you don't want it to be watery in your souffle. So you want it to be thawed, of course, and you're going to squeeze all that out. Get out best you can. Like I said, you can use other vegetables in here if you want. I've done diced tomato. Oh, and also after like Thanksgiving or Christmas, I have leftover ham. I will dice up some ham and put it in this. It makes a great souffle like that. And I still add the spinach to it and the ham. Okay, then put that in there. And you're not going to want to whisk this. You're going to want to fold it. Don't do it real, you know, heavy. Don't whip it. You're just going to want to fold it, mix it together real well. And you can spice this up really any way you want to. You could add some jalapenos in it if you want a little spicier. Like I'm always going to say, make it your own. That's the wonderful thing about cooking. You can do it to your taste. You cook your own food. Okay, now I'm put a little salt and pepper in that. Okay, give it another mix. Now usually when I make this, I double the recipe and put it in a large, one of those large casserole dishes that are about what, 12, 13 by 8 or something, 9. But this one, this is a single recipe, and so you're gonna put it in something more like an 8 by 8 pan that's at least 2 inches deep. But this is just a single recipe, but I usually double this because we eat it, we love it. Okay, so then you're going to put it in a greased pan. And I use olive oil. I just put a little olive oil in my pan and then mix it around or spread it around with a paper towel. Okay, you want to put it in a greased pan. And I like to use olive oil. I'm not real big on the spray oils. I just put a little oil in there, and then I just get a paper towel, clean paper towel, and just sure get the sides too, and just want to get it good because there is cheese in there and it'll stick if you don't oil it good. Okay, then you're just gonna pour it in. And depending on how much spinach and cheese you put in here is how thick it's going to be. Now this does take about 45 minutes to an hour depending on your oven to cook. So it takes a little while to cook. So if you're going to make some other things, this is the best thing to cook first and put it in the oven and get it going. And just spread it around. I like when I make it the single recipe, I like putting it in this pan, and it's not square, but for some reason I just like this pan. It seems to fit perfect. This is a dish we make all the time, especially when we have company. We always make this for breakfast, along with maybe some sliced, fried bacon or something like that. Biscuits, cinnamon rolls. Makes it really good. Okay, so now we're just going to pop it in the oven. And you could top this with bacon or sliced tomato at this point. Just like I said, make it your own. After you do it one time, you'll probably say, oh, I think I'd like it like this. You have to really make recipes to your family's taste. It just makes all the difference in the world, I think. Okay, let's put this in the oven. Okay, let's take a peek and see if it's ready. Smells like it is. Yes, it looks done. Wow, that looks great. Smells great too. Okay, we're gonna let it set for about 5 minutes before we cut it. Okay, I think it's cooled off enough. Let's give it a try. I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. It just really makes a pretty dish. If I can cut even here. See, this is why you need to oil your pan really good, because that cheese will stick. So, but this looks like I oiled it plenty. Okay, and this is what it looks like. It's really a pretty dish. It's very colorful, and I think people will just love it. I hope you'll give it a try. Well, I hope you give this spinach souffle a try. It's really good and it's very simple to make. I think you'll really like it. It's a family favorite. We make it all the time. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching and God bless.